Namaste, Victor. Namaste, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you.
It's my
Good to
pleasure.
see you after a long time. Thank you. Thank you. Victor, you remember it was July 2019 when you had visited India. It
Yes.
was the monsoon time. It was absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to quickly welcome all the guests here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Lester. Welcome, Mahendra. Welcome, Gagandeep. Welcome, Rajiv. Welcome, welcome. Oh, great. So Nonita is also here. Nonita, I hope all well at home now. And good evening, Mahendraji. Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it is so nice. Welcome, Mike. Mike is also here. Good to see you,
Wow.
Mike. Yeah, Mike was telling me he might be able to make it. He said, "Oh,
Excellent.
ABF will be able to participate." so it's really nice to see. And then Kusum is here, and Salil. Brian is here. Brian Stretch is a friend from Worcester, and he
Oh,
runs.
okay.
He runs the Birder store. Victor. So next time when you're in England, you have to go to Worcester and you have to go to his store. It's called the Birder store.
Yes, yes.
Yes, absolutely wonderful. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just waiting for a couple of more minutes before I hand over the mic to Victor, and then let him tell you all about ABF. Friends, I've been to ABF, Asian Bird Fair. ABF stands for Asian Bird Fair, a few times, and I'm telling you, it is one of the best birding fairs. It is inclusive, it is emotional in nature, it is cohesive, and the way, I mean, it's not transactional, okay? It's more for the love of birds and conservation, and you know everybody in no time, and you don't have to worry about remembering names because they'll be all around you and they'll be always willing to serve you all the time. So that is the nature of ABF. It is not just another fair that you go to. Everybody becomes your friend in no time. So I will not go into the secrets of ABF right now because Victor has so much to tell you. Yeah. So a quick introduction of about Victor, and then a bit about me, especially those who don't know me. So Victor is, let me wear my specs. Victor, I need them now. Yeah. Victor Yu is the president of Ecotourism Taiwan, which is an NGO which was established in 2014. He was formerly the chief executive officer of the Chinese Wild Bird Federation, was a BirdLife partner in Taiwan for 10 years since 2002. He remains on the board of CWBF till today. He's also been Secretary General of Taiwan Ecotourism Association from 2011 to 2014. Victor is an ecotourism consultant to an ecotourism project of Taiwan Forest Bureau and several travel agents. Victor possesses vast experience on adventure tourism and ecotourism. He is also an avid bird watcher and has dedicated much effort on promoting Taiwan bird watching tourism as well as championing wildlife conservation. He has been one of the organizers of Taipei International Bird Watching Fairs for 6 years, which started in 1999. Victor has also organized many events relating to wildlife conservation, birding tourism, and ecotourism, including the inaugural International Conference of Birdwatching Tourism in Taiwan, Taiwan Ornithological Forum in 2007 to 2010, International Conference on Wildlife Tourism and Conservation, International Conference on Wetland Conservation, Education and Tourism, International Conference on Water-Based Tourism, and many others. Victor is the main organization of an annual event, Taiwan Birdathon, since 2012. Victor has been invited by the Department of Ecotourism Taiwan, Tungnan University, as a guest lecturer teaching courses of ecotourism, nature interpretation, and environmental ethics since 2012. Currently, he is working with Wild Bird Society of Japan on Green Holiday in Taiwan, working with Sen Travel on volunteerism in Taiwan, and several international tour agents on bird watching tours and eco tours. Oh, that was fantastic. I always knew it, Victor, but I had to let everybody else know this. Thank you. So,
Thank you so much for the kind words.
yes.
Thank you.
and, uh, and a bit about me. I'm Mohit Aggarwal. I'm an experiential ecotourism specialist with a deep love for nature. I help people travel to some wonderful places in Asia. I'm on the board of Asian Ecotourism Network, and I've been trained and certified by GSTC in sustainable tourism. I'm the founder of Asian Adventures, a 27-year-old travel outfit. It is the largest bird watching tour company in India. I'm also the founder of Natty Netta, a value email marketing company that now works for strengthening communication for wildlife outfits. These companies are on a large mission to help Asian elephants with their corridors, free the Himalayas of plastic waste, help small wildlife NGOs, and conserve the ancient Himalayan shrines. So that was a bit about me. So friends, over to Victor. Victor, please show your magic.
Thank you very much, Mohit. It's my pleasure to work with you, like a great man in India for conservation and ecotourism. Thank you, Mohit, my very, very good friend, for the kind invitation. Asian Welfare ABF to friends in India and worldwide. Okay, now let me start my PowerPoint. Yep, this is logo of Asian Welfare ABF, and I'm Victor. It's my pleasure to be here introducing Asian Welfare, representing the ABF Executive Committee, myself, my very dear friend Mike Lu from the Philippines, and Andrew Sebastian from Malaysia. And wow, ABF has been doing 10 years since 2010. From the first year in Davao, Philippines in 2010. Here is the logo of the first ABF. And then in 2011, it was in Tainan, Taiwan. And Bambu, Thailand in 2012. And 2013 is in Taipei, Taiwan again. And then Langkawi, Malaysia in 2014. And Singapore, 2016. In China, Jingzhen, Hubei, China in 2016. And then it moved to Korea. Busan, Korea in 2017, then back to Taiwan again in 2018. I will talk a little more about the birthday in Taiwan later. And then in 2019, there was our last birthday, not the least, in 2019 in Kuching, Malaysia. Well, it was supposed to be in Siem Reap, Cambodia last year, but because of a pandemic, it has been stopped. And this is ABF. And we're very special. We're really very special because one, we're the first continental bird fair in the world. Two, we travel in different cities and countries in Asia every year and co-organize with local national organizations. Not like the other bird fairs, they always stay at the same place every year. And three, we are very fortunate to do bird fairs continuous 10 years in Asia. We are proud to be Asians. And yeah, this is the performance by school children in the second ABF in Taiwan in 2011. And this is a performance brought by Malaysian delegates in the fourth Asian Bird Fair in Taipei, 2013. Well, a little bit history about Asian Bird Fair. We start the conversation in 2009 about, basically one highlight event in Asia to promote the birdwatching tourism, ecotourism in this region. In 2010, we have the official meeting of the delegates, we call it, the funding organizations in Tanjung Tuan in Malaysia. We agreed to establish, support, and promote an annual Asian Bird Fair. So these are the six founding organizations: the Bird Conservation Society of Thailand, Chinese Wild Bird Federation in Taiwan, Malaysian Nature Society, Nature Society of Singapore, Wild Bird Clubs of the Philippines, and the Wild Bird Society of Taipei. So we signed an MOU. Yes, we signed an MOU and stated that it's a collaboration and exchange of experience and best practices among the Birds Club and of Asia to foster birdwatching as an ecotourism activity. B, to highlight bird festivals, bird fairs, and bird races in the region to promote the host cities, countries, their natural beauty, wild bird conservation efforts, eco-adventure activities, and cultural heritage. And we're doing this in a very happy way. So we signed an agreement, and it is agreed that these six founding organizations to the first round of ABF in their countries, and then we open it to Asian countries who are willing to organize Asian Bird Fair. But the first Asian Bird Fair, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, was in Davao, Philippines in 2010, organized by Wild Bird Club of the Philippines. And this is a wonderful logo. I love very much. It's designed by the Philippine artist, Arnel Polo. That's just a very excellent design, a logo. And, the venue is by the beach with beautiful scenery and a comfortable breeze. Filipinos are very good to have the parties, So, always full of performances, colors, laughters. It was a happy and successful start of ABF. And then we have the turnover dinner, the hosting right, turnover from the Philippines to Taiwan. And the turnover dinner was sponsored by Taiwan Embassy in the Philippines. It sent a dragon dance to celebrate its success and with good luck to the second birthday in Taiwan. Mr. Lee, the ambassador from Taiwan, went to the dinner himself. We hope it becomes a rule that every next host showed us the turnover dinner. Now it's in the hosting requirement. And this is the first iconic photo of the first Asian Bird Fair. The representatives from founding organizations, they celebrate the success of the first Asian Bird Fair in the Philippines. And then the second bird fair was in Thailand and Taiwan in 2011. And everything is full of the flavor of Taiwan. You can see from the photos. And during the event, we invited representatives from every country to the neighborhood meeting and share the ideas of ABF and try to encourage them to organize their own bird fairs and then do ABF one day when they are ready. And we took one more iconic photo of the ABF. Well, unfortunately, this is the last one. Well, I'll tell you why later. And then the third ABF is in Thailand, the fourth ABF is in Taipei. But we're a bit disappointed because they didn't quite follow the spirit of ABF. So in that event, the fourth Asian Bird Fair, we have the fourth ABF meeting there. And this is a turning point of ABF. We found that if we want ABF to go further and last longer, it must be more organized. So the ABF Executive Committee was elected during the fourth Asian Bird Fair in Taipei. So these three handsome guys are the now the decision makers of the Asian Bird Fair. So we work very fast. We have the hosting requirement made. We have our logo. This is a wonderful logo designed also by Arnel from the Philippines. And we have our T-shirt. And from selling the T-shirt, we can make some profit to maintain our website, to do more work for the network. ABF is a non-profit and a non-governmental network. It doesn't charge a penny from the hosting countries. So we are all volunteers, and we are all happy volunteers. And then the fifth ABF was in Langkawi, Malaysia. It's all Malaysians' favor, and the ABF got more and more on the track. And then the sixth was in Singapore, and it's the smallest ABF in our history, because the venue was in the corner of a botanical garden of Singapore. It's a UNESCO historic site, and it was the smallest in a small place, but it was very relaxed, cozy, and full of fun. And in that event, ABF flags were awarded to the previous ABF organizers for their contribution to the growth of ABF. And after all founding organizations have organized the first turn of ABF, ABF started to accept applications of hosting ABF according to the hosting requirement. Jingsan from China was the first to hold the ABF after founding organizations. For ABF, this is a new page. So the seventh ABF was held in Jingsan, Hubei, China in 2016, organized by Chengchaoxin Rural Environmental Protection and Promotion. In short, we call it CCX. They have designed a wonderful logo. This is, you can see that an Asian paradise flycatcher. China is a big country, so everything must be big in China. So there's a grand opening with parade. It's almost like Olympic style. It was the biggest opening ever in ABF history. And of course, the grand performance by school teachers and children. Well, let me show you a video of the what happened in China. Well, I'm not going to play all video, but certainly you can see that it's really, really big.
一次活动，我们和大家有了更直接的接触和沟通以及交流，让我们收获很多。
Yeah, new white bird club is the only club in Malaysia.
Yes. 他们来自马来西亚，然后呢，在马来西亚是一个新成立的关于这个观鸟的组织俱乐部，这是他们这个观鸟俱乐部的成员。It's our first time.
Well, as you can see, that it's really a very huge bird fair, and biggest ever in ABF history. And actually, when Andrew Sebastian, representing F to give a talk at the opening, he mentioned that you bring us to Jinshan, and we bring Jinshan to the world. Actually, it's quite true that Jinshan, is a very small city in China, but because of ABF, and almost half the world, if you don't say it's all over the world, know that, wow, it's Jinshan, and they organize the 7th Asian Bird Fair. That's something really amazing to them. And then during the event, the hosting right turned over from China to Korea, and the Korean team, the delegates, they accept the turnover flag from China, and they are really, really excited. Though it's been announced earlier in the year, but still they are very exciting because this is a big thing in Ulsan, Korea. For city, they can organize the Asian Bird Fair. So they are really well prepared, and they design a wonderful logo. You can imagine that, they bring all the crows together. This is a very nice logo. And let me show you, they are really prepared for this event.
Ulsan's natural environment creates a brand new view facing people. Taewagang River in Ulsan is a beautiful space for healing, where humans and birds peacefully coexist. A place filled with stories of vitality. A place where the sun rises earliest on the Korean peninsula. Ulsan leads a creative economy as Korea's industrial capital. It is the Taewagang River, the river of life. Selected in 2013 by the Ministry of Environment as one of Korea's 20 best eco-tour regions. The Choyong Festival as a gala of spring flowers. The return of daces signals the arrival of spring. In summer, egrets breed here. Autumn witnesses the return of salmon. In winter, the sky is covered with the dance of rooks and jackdaws. The 8th Asia Bird Fair will be held at the Taewagang River, where humans and nature coexist in the city. Ulsan welcomes you.
Isn't it nice?
That was quite a sight.
Yes,
Absolutely wonderful.
true. And then the hosting right turned from Korea to Taiwan again. And this time the Ecotourism Taiwan, and together with Taiwan Tourism Bureau, we are well prepared, not like the previous tourism fair. And we welcome everybody with this gift. Let me show you how we promote our event in Taiwan.
I mean, I encourage everyone that is watching this video to come to Taiwan, because I think it's one of the most interesting places about bird watchers. I mean, all around the world. Trust me, it's very, very nice place.
I see. Okay.
We get to see so many birds, you know, in one go, as compared to other places where you have to travel much
Long distance?
further, longer distance to see them.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that actually makes it quite convenient for the birders to actually appreciate the nature of Taiwan.
Red and notice the bird more closely.
Taiwan has amazing climatic zones. You know, you've got the beaches, you've got mud flats and things like that, and then you start to go up, and you've got all these different areas, and you've got birds from all these different areas, and so that's what's so special about Taiwan. It's, you know, the variety of birds.
And when we give away the tour to people in Korea, And people ask us, if we get a tower, if we show the tower when we get to the airport, do we, is it free for us to join ABF in Taiwan? Well, I told him that, you show them the tower, then you get a visa. Not really free, you get a visa, no problem. And how we did it, is it really great? Well, let me show what we get. And we're really proud. We organized the biggest ABF ever.
Lately, I've been building things, castles and airplanes. I've been painting pictures from my dreams. Yeah, I'm done waiting. Whoa. Lately, I've been singing songs, playing numbers, throwing darts, folding bills and menus into paper hearts, and dancing in the rain. Whoa. This is the real life. I'm feeling so fine. It's gonna be my lucky day. When the stars align and clouds have gone away, we're big enough to feel the Milky Way, and we're not afraid. It's my lucky day. Gonna fly around the world, let everybody know my time is now. All my friends at home are pointing from the ground, but I'm not coming down on my lucky day. Today there's nothing stopping me. There are no red lights in the street. Open highways, there's no limit to my speed. Come and ride with me. Whoa. This is the real life. I'm feeling so fine. It's gonna be my lucky day. When the stars align and clouds have gone away, we're big enough to feel the Milky Way, and we're not afraid. It's my lucky day. Gonna fly around the world, let everybody know my time is now. All my friends at home are pointing from the ground, but I'm not coming down on my lucky day. Every day will come and go. It's a great big world and I won't stay home. Whoa, gonna fill my heart till the top may overflow. It's gonna be my lucky day. When the stars align and clouds have gone away, we're big enough to feel the Milky Way, and we're not afraid. It's my lucky day. Gonna fly around the world, let everybody know. All my friends at home are pointing from the ground, but I'm not coming down on my lucky day. Lately, I've been singing songs, playing numbers, throwing darts, putting bills and menus into paper hearts, and dancing in the rain. Whoa. This is the real life. I'm feeling so fine. It's gonna be my lucky day. When the stars align and clouds have gone away, we're big enough to feel the Milky Way, and we're not afraid. It's my lucky day. Gonna fly around the world, let everybody know my time is now. All my friends at home are pointing from the ground, but I'm not coming down gonna be my lucky day. When the stars align and clouds have gone away, we're big enough to feel the Milky Way, and we're not afraid. It's my lucky day. Gonna fly around the world, let everybody know my time is now. All my friends at home are pointing from the ground, but I'm not coming down on my lucky day. Every day will come and go. It's a great big world and I won't stay home. Whoa, gonna fill my heart till the top, let it overflow. Pointing from the ground, but I'm not coming down on my lucky day.
It brought back fantastic memories, Victor. What a lovely video.
You know, I've watched it, you know, more than 100 times, and I never tired of watching it. You know, still, you know, very happy. People
Yes.
there. And I guess you guys may have seen some, you know, familiar faces in the event. And the 10th ABF is in Kuching, Malaysia. Is in Borneo, so it's so different from Peninsula Malaysia. So ABF, you know, just not just promoting birds, promoting habitat, it's also a culture of a people. Like, it's just about everything. So it's a great opportunity, great platform to promote yourself to the world. And we're happy to bring ABF to Asia, and that's really our pride. And with orangutan in Sarawak, you know, that's the highlight of the event. And well, sadly, because of the pandemic, you know, everything stopped. But you know, we didn't stop working. Actually, we worked even further. This is the fact I want to show you. You see, from the 1st to 10th, everything has been growing. The international delegates, the local delegates, the commercial companies, and the visitors, but more and more. It means that it's getting more and more popular to the world. And now we only attract, you know, friends, people in Asia, now almost worldwide, to join our ABF. They come to Asia to promote themselves and to see what's happening in Asia. So this is a good opportunity for us. And we've been doing some achievement. I'm not going to read you all this. But we didn't stop our working because of the pandemic. You know, we organized the online talks since May in 2010. We've been organized more than 40 episodes in Asia, in our online talk. You may find all the talks on the Asian Bird Fair YouTube official channel. It's all there. And you're welcome to watch it over and over again with us. And thanks for the opportunity. Allow me to introducing the Asian Bird Fair to our friends in India. India is a great country with rich diversity of culture and wildlife, and good experiences of organizing bird fairs. So India is more than qualified to host ABF. So we look forward to having an ABF in India very soon. And that's my presentation. See you all in India. Thank you very much. 谢谢.
This was absolutely fantastic. It brought back so many great memories. Victor,
yes.
I'm so pleased. Now, friends, the intent of this getting this webinar organized with Victor is to let you know that we're working with the government here to bring ABF into India one of these years when you know, this dark clouds go away And then I don't know if Cambodia is still in the pipeline or whichever country happens first. But the point is that in the next few years, when everything gets settled down, you will have ABF coming to India as well, and doing all those things that you've seen here, the Indian way. And you'd be able to participate in this fair, talk to conservationists from across the world, talk about the great conservation stories, talk about saving habitats and species, getting to know what's going around in research, in tourism, in ecotourism, in terms of your capacities to be able to take great photos, or the digital world would have reached somewhere else, and that is one game that will change for ABF everything. How it's going to go, and you'd be able to contribute a lot more, and with a lot more deeper meaning. And I think it is fantastic. Friends, if you've got any questions for Victor, please go ahead and put in a chat box so that he can tell you more about ABF. I know that it's 1 hour is very less to answer all the questions, but whatever questions you've got, just go ahead and ask. And Victor,
before answering questions, I like to mention that my friends in Cambodia, they didn't give up their hope of organizing the ABF, but I think there are difficulties of the pandemic. But next year, our friends in Korea, they want to do it in Korea in November. Actually, they say yes to do it next year. And our friends in Okinawa, Japan, they wish to do it, and they are working on it, but it's just not really promised. But they're on the way to try to have it in Japan. That'll be our first ABF in Japan. And for the people in Myanmar, they wanted to do it, but because the actual situation is not really possible in the recent year. But I think still, they will work on it. So maybe India, can do it. Or the friends from Sri Lanka can do it. Because there are so many cities and countries in Asia. We hope to go all over Asia to do ABF. That's really our dream.
Yes. So here, I think all of us need to keep trying with our governments to host ABF, and whoever comes first, we go there, and then whoever comes second, we go there again. So we'll continue to travel from Myanmar to Sri Lanka to India to Cambodia, whichever happens first, but we'll be meeting again. Yeah. So yes. This is yes, and then Kusum says, "Thank you, Victor, for a wonderful presentation." He's from Sri Lanka, Kusum. So
thank you much, Kusum. Thank you.
Of us. Yes. And friends, Brian says thank you, and then Sharmila says, "I hope the generations to come can see such beautiful birds." So there's too much, It's not just it's celebration. It's celebration of life. It's just so birds are one thing that will lead us to celebrate, our togetherness, and this is such a great opportunity. Friends, follow ABF YouTube channel. They have a website, and they also have a web page. So go ahead and sign up. Tomorrow you're going to get the replay link as well of this presentation. So just in case if you missed out any part and you couldn't see it properly, you'll be able to get the replay link. And what I'll do is I'll put all the handles and all the links where you can go and become part of ABF and keep enjoying there.
Thank you.
Every Friday they do a session with an expert from some part of the world, and right now the series is called Beyond Birding. So anybody who's also talking about birding and is showcasing how he or she is helping ecotourism, community, habitat, conservation, beyond birds, is also showcasing the his or her expertise. So go ahead and attend these lectures every Friday. What time is it every Friday, Victor? What time does it happen?
It's 9 p.m. in Taiwan. So in India, it can be
it's 6:30.
6:30. Yes,
Yeah,
6:30. Yes.
Yeah, it's 6:30 p.m. every Friday.
Every Friday, yes.
Yes. Okay,
and this will be our last episode of this season, and we'll take a break during the summer, and maybe we'll start again in September. I still have to talk to my boss, Mike, in the Philippines, and boss Andrew in Malaysia. We will do more, Yeah,
yes.
We'll do more. Yes.
Lovely. I think this was such a fantastic webinar. Victor, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I want to thank all the ladies and gentlemen who be here to listen to you. We've had a very large attendance because the interest was so high. And I'm glad that everybody stayed on to listen to you and to see that it's not just birds. It's an inclusive feeling of the entire thing, of the area. So you go there, you dance, you eat well, you meet people, you see birds, you talk about conservation, and you come back so happy. And then there's a new world that's opened up to you, and you can just do your conservation work there.
But I've been to South American Bird Fair. I've been to the Bird Fair in Extremadura, Spain. I've been to African Birding Expo. I've been to the biggest British Bird Fair, and they're never so happy like the Asian Bird Fair. It's a party, it's a family, it's a happy family.
Yeah.
So we hope to see you, everybody, in Korea next year, if possible. I think it's highly possible, and of course we look forward to seeing you maybe in India.
Yep. Absolutely, and you got a mini glimpse of whatever happens in these bird fairs, Asian bird fairs. So friends, tomorrow we are going to go online with Alexander Cook-Smith, and he's going to talk about primates. And day after tomorrow, Loisa Matthew from Spain is going to be online with us, and she'll be talking to you about Indian wildlife through sounds. She's one of the best sound technologists on this planet, and she's collected a huge number of sounds which she's going to showcase in some way or the other. So do sign up for these webinars as well, and be in touch with Victor, Andrew, and Mike to know more about ABF, and let's strengthen their hands and let's pull them to India ASAP. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very
much. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.